What's up, everyone? It's Chris Wilson, certified functional medicine practitioner. So happy to see you. Hope that everybody is doing wonderful. It's kind of been a little bit since I've done one of these, but it's time to get back on and get back out there and let you guys know that I'm alive, doing well, and just wanted to talk to you real quickly about breaking up with sugar. It's summertime. People are probably having a little bit more ice cream than usual, snow cones maybe, indulging in a little fun, especially in the really nice summertime berries and, black plums. Those are my favorite. And so we want to talk about how to really deal with the harsh breakup of sugar, because as we know, it's very addicting. Studies show that it's actually more addicting than cocaine, although that's a story for another time. But just wanted to talk to you a little bit about a couple of simple strategies that you can do right now for free, and lifestyle strategies, really, because they play the largest role, about 80% maybe, in your experience of life. And so these key lifestyle principles that we have control over really truly dictate how we'll show up in life, include the following. So, number one, good nutrition, really wholesome, quality, nutritious food. Hippocrates said, let thy food be thy medicine. So when we really think about that, how is it that we can use food as our medicine and use it to heal ourselves? Sugar is not food. It's a man-made byproduct that's been really heavily manipulated, and that's why it's very addictive. And that's why it also can age you a lot quicker and make you insulin resistant, type 2 diabetic, cancerous. There's all kinds of disease that's associated with sugar. It's the fastest robber of aging. So if you want to age really quickly, eat a lot of sugar. But we got to watch out too for, things like bread, pasta, grains, wheat, crackers, all these things too also convert in the body down to sugar very quickly. And if you want to become insulin resistant, then continue eating these things that have a high glycemic index, meaning that they burn instantly whenever your body digests them. It's like just like that. And breaking up with sugar can be very bad because it can induce a 3-day nasty withdrawal syndrome type detox. Like, it's tough, it's nasty. But food is literally biological information. It's more than just fuel. It's more than just energy, right? It's really how we tell our genes, how to express themselves. So think of it as the gun here. Boom. The gun, the genes are what loads the gun, and the environment, in this case, our food, for this example, is what pulls the trigger to allow those genes to express themselves. So yes, there's a lot of people with different genetic SNPs and genetic mutations, but with the right lifestyle behaviors in place, we get to dictate how we want our genes to express themselves. So good food equals good genetic expression and more energy, right? Weight loss, improved mood, cognition, less pain and inflammation, right? And I think we all know that the reverse of that is also as true. Bad food is going to cause bad genetic expression, less energy, feeling tired, feeling groggy, feeling grumpy, hangry. Ever dealt with somebody who's kind of hangry because they're having dips like this in their blood sugar? They're hypoglycemic, and so their body's like, I need sugar. I need that quick burst of energy so I can regulate myself and then get that dopamine dump, because that's what sugar does. It causes, it messes with our neurotransmitters, and it just wreaks havoc on your whole system. So if you think about the fall time, the winter time, we got from Halloween. I don't do Halloween, but we have Halloween, and I'm just thinking the world in general. Halloween, you got birthday parties, you got school parties, you've got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas and Christmas parties and cupcakes and cookies and pies and all this stuff. And you wonder why people are always sick during flu season, right? And it's because they're eating sugar, which actually suppresses your immune system for quite some time. So when you start suppressing your immune system way back in the fall time, it's no wonder that people already, are vitamin D deficient, but, there's less sunshine in the winter time, in that fall time. And so, we're getting less and less of vitamin D. And so when we're already vitamin D deficient, well, it's like, no wonder we're catching every cold that comes under the sun. It's because we have immunosuppression, a compromised immune system. And so number two is sleep. Really think about sleep here and how important sleep is. The more I read about studies on sleep, the more it's like, man, I want to go to bed earlier and earlier, This is probably, or not probably, but arguably the most important factor in your success on uh, divorcing sugar or breaking up with sugar. If you're not sleeping well, your hormonal system will actually demand sugar and carbs for a quick energy pick me up or boost. And it's funny how that way happens that way. But to break sugar cravings and to transform your metabolism, you must dedicate yourself to really good sleeping habits. And so, what me and my wife like to do, we're in our bedroom, or I'm in my bedroom. But I like to, kind of wind down time, 8:30, have some essential oils diffusing, especially I like to use plant therapy, but they have a synergistic blend called Relax. And it's got some different oils in there to kind of help the body modulate itself to wind down. Lavender is a great essential oil. And it's also a really good way to kind of rebuild some habits, because the olfactory system, your scent, your smell, you can create new, strong, habit-forming routines, because you're also creating a new experience for the body, and it'll kind of want that, or gravitate toward wanting to have that nice wind down time at night. Epsom salt baths with some low candlelight and essential oils in the water too, to help prep the body to get in this wind down stage. And so when you think about how much artificial light, all this light pollution that we're under with blue lights, screens, screen time, and all this stuff, it suppresses the pineal gland to secrete melatonin that helps us actually go to sleep. And melatonin is a hormone. And it's interesting is about 80% of melatonin is actually produced in our gut. And so one thing that I like to look at on saliva tests, looking at hormones, or Dutch tests, dried urinary tests for comprehensive hormones, is the production of melatonin. And when we see that low, that's kind of like a clue into, well, what's our gut health like, because if the stomach isn't really readily available to produce melatonin outside of the pineal gland, well, then it's kind of like, well, hey, look, there's a window into gut function that we might need to further investigate. And so, we really have to pay attention to our sleep and really be more aware of how much sleep we're getting. And notice, if you're getting 7 to 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night, are you waking up feeling still fatigued? You ever have that time when you wake up in the morning, you feel like you're either hungover or drunk? That's, indicative of some candida, or you just feel like a train wreck. That's really adrenal fatigue, or your adrenals are not working properly as they should, and you have cortisol, and then you have blood sugar dysregulation, cortisol imbalances, and that can really cause dysfunction in other hormone signaling pathways. And so also want to think about movement. Movement is also key. I don't even have to talk about exercise. I think everybody knows how good exercise is for the body. So regular movement is really essential to a healthy life. And you think about the 21st century, we have it easy. We don't have to carry or walk as far as our ancestors did, or walk down to the market, or even ride a bike for that matter. Regular movement is so essential to a healthy life. We were made to move. We were designed to move, and we become sedentary. If you've ever seen that Disney Pixar movie WALL-E, so funny. It kind of takes a glimpse into the future where everybody's in these wheelchairs and they're all just kind of like going around, and they're all on these like little computer-made devices. It's kind of scary when you think about our society is driving toward that, this bubble-like isolation, hint, hint. And everybody looks kind of morbidly obese, overweight in these wheelchairs, and they don't look, they just look unhappy, unpleasant. And so, movement could really include daily walking, just walking around the block. And a great thing to do to help reset your circadian rhythm is get out in the morning time as the sun's coming up and just kind of look indirectly toward the sun, so that sunlight can get right into your eyes. Your pineal gland sits right in the middle, behind the base, in the front of the brain, right behind the eyes. And so it'll help regulate that melatonin, cortisol, circadian rhythm pattern. And so burst or surge training, high intensity interval training is really good too. Not sure I'd recommend that right out the gate for somebody who has burned out adrenals, but resistance training with weights, resistance bands, I love those. Those are really good. And this is key to get your body moving each day, some form or fashion. Just go out and walk, go to the park and walk. I'm here in Texas and it's like super hot. I'm like, oh goodness, I hate walking in the heat. But that's also another good thing because I'm walking in the heat, I'm stimulating movement, and I'm also allowing my lymphatic system to open up and my skin and my sweat, and I'm able to detox at the same time. So it's like a 2-for-1, you know. And then stress is super huge, especially with breaking up a sugar, you know. We have to have strategies built in place to reduce stress and build a state of mental and emotional peace. I have a treat for you. So if you stuck around to this part of the live session, good for you, because there's an app called Headspace. Okay. I love this app. It's great. It's self-guided meditation. And, you know, I'm a believer in the Bible. And so I don't believe in like mysticism or any of that type of like weirdness, but I really do believe we're called to meditate on the scripture. Psalm 1:1-3 says that blessed is the man who does not walk in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers, but meditates on the word day and night. For he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, whose leaf will not wither, but prosper in its season. So if we think about that, meditate, really making sure our life is really truly in tune with our Heavenly Father, making sure that our thoughts, you know, taking down every high wall, every imagination and that exalts itself above our Creator, and bringing that down and taking captive of every single thought and making it obedient to Christ or Messiah Yeshua, that we are in control of these hardwired responses and that we need to become aware of those. And so Headspace, this app I just showed you right here, they're offering it to everyone for free. So go to headspace.com/unemployment. So if you're affected by the pandemic that's going on and you're kind of at a job or you're hurting financially, it's normally a yearly subscription that costs about $70 for the year. Well, they're waiving that. So you get their full entire subscription for free. And it's a super helpful app to help you become more in tune with your body and how you respond to certain things. And I love it. I love doing it 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. It's super great. And it helps you really get out of that kind of stuck fight or flight situation. And it kind of just helps you go into that rest and digest, that parasympathetic nervous system state that we want to be in. And then just deep breathing. That's really good too, you know, taking like 5 to 6 good deep breaths, you know, once every hour is really good too. So again, alleviating stress, managing stress to build a state of a mental, emotional peace. And this could include daily reading, journaling, prayer, and then, like I said, meditation and deep breathing, you know. But we all need a regular practice that cultivates peace and relaxation in order to be at our very best. So thank you guys so much. Leave your comments and questions down below. Please share the video if you found it anywhat helpful or insightful, and I will see you on the next one, my friends. Y'all have a blessed night. Take care.